What's up, guys? It's your boy Darskin, and today I wanted to talk about just a lot of stuff that's going on as far as Grand Cross in game. Now, this is nothing bad, like nothing like that, but as you guys know or should know, maybe you don't know, I don't know, but I am currently a top 100 player. I did do all of my matches. I ended yesterday at rank 46. I'm currently rank, I want to say 55. No, okay, I've got pushed down some. I'm ranked 58 now. Yeah, so I'm ranked 58 currently, and we have 2 days and 9 hours left. But most people are done with their matches, so I'm probably not going to go too much lower. Like, I'll probably go to like 60, like the 60s or the 70s, but I'm pretty sure I won't drop out, like out of it. Like, I'm almost certain. But unless like there's just like people that have done like no matches, right? Like none, and then like just gonna grind above me, which I don't think a lot of people are gonna get above this rank, because if you look, right, let's say we go look at Combat Clash ranking. Combat Clash ranking, I'm top 0% for my Combat Class, which is 179,000, but with the Combat Class of my box, I get increased HP, so my Combat Class becomes 184,000. So I'm top 0% in the world for my Combat Class. So based off of that, I'm definitely in the very top tier percents of, you know, global Grand Cross. So I think it's safe to say I'm probably not going to drop out. So as a top 100 player, trust me when I tell you, I've played against a lot of Valenti. I've used a lot of Valenti. Also, if you guys don't know, my Valenti, I have everything for her. I have all of her outfits, I have all of her weapons, I have all of her headpieces, and she is 6-star awakened, and she is 6'6". So my Valenti is as maxed out as possible, right? As far as all of that goes. I also had 50% increase to her resistance. She had 85% resistance. So like I build her like the best possible way, right? So it's not like I know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to what Valenti is, what she does. I played against it quite a bit. I know what counters her, what beats her, and all of that. Now what I wanted to talk about today is Valenti a problem? And the reason why I say this is because I played JP as well, right? I played JP since day one. Valenti obviously came out on JP and everything like that. But the thing about that is, Valenti on JP was like a completely different monster than like on a much smaller scale than global. Cause I don't know. I feel like on JP, a lot of people used her, and a lot of people did roll resistance substats, and a lot of people did these things, but it was not near as prominent or near as impactful as it is on global. On global, everyone is running one team, and if you're not running this one team, you're generally not going to make it high. Granted, the team that I ran was at first I ran, where's it at? Just for the sake of, you know, video, I ran this team in the beginning, right? Then I switched to running, give me a second. Then I ran this team for about the middle, right? And then I switched back to running this team towards the end, right? Towards the end. And then I eventually went back to my original team, which would be Kingdom. And then I went back to this team. So, I'd say in about, let's say about 5. 5 out of 5, I used Helbram, Valenti, King Merlin for about 2.5 of 5. 2.5 out of 5. Then I used I used this team for about one. Basically, like 3/5 of my matches were like Valenti. With Valenti with Merlin. About 1/5 was like Valenti with Guild Thunder, and then 1/5 was like Gother, Merlin, Kingbrum, right? So like 4/5 of my matches I was using Valenti, right? Throughout about all of it. So, not to mention I've used her on ungeared, I've used her on normal geared, and everything like that. So I have a general good idea. I don't think Valenti is like broken past like being able to play the game. I do think her team is very, very strong. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I've seen a lot of people talking about it, whether it was my stream, my comment section. I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I've seen a lot of people saying stuff. And some people think that Valenti is too strong, or she's too broken, she's too overpowered. They can't wait for this unit to drop, or that unit to drop, or this unit to stop her. I don't think Valenti is... I think she's overpowered, yes. I do not think Valenti is, like, broken, right? Or, like, now, I mean, the matches do last, like, 30 minutes. That comes with the territory of doing no damage. But, Valenti as a unit, I think she was a really good, a necessary piece for the meta. And what I mean by that is, you got to think about what the meta was, right? The meta was... At first, it was just, like, whatever team, really. It was just, like, you know, in the beginning, it was whatever, right? You could run Green Bond, you could run Blue Diane, you could do what you want. Then Escanor dropped. Then the meta became Escanor, right? If you don't have Escanor, Escanor's probably going to one-shot your king if he gets lucky on turn 1, stuff like that, right? Then Hellbrum dropped. Then the meta became Kingbrum. Kingbrum was countering Escanor, but Escanor was countering King, and then King could stop Hellbrum. Merlin was in the mix, Gotha was in the mix, and then you also have humans, which is just always going to be relevant because their passives like stack into each other, right? But Kingbrum was definitely overwhelming when it came to the meta, right? They were undisputed best team. Now with Valenti coming into the mix, a lot of things are changing because now King is getting patience on his Petrify. King has 50% pierce rate, and his ultimate's not hitting as hard. Granted, yes, his ult ignores resistance, but you got to realize he has type disadvantage to Merlin and Valenti and Lilia, and then he's gonna have 0 pierce rate. So I mean, it's just like soft counters to each other. Now, granted, Hellbrum kind of slaps Valenti, not gonna lie. Valenti slows down Escanor, doesn't really stop him entirely. Valenti stops Blue Demon Meliodas, which, if you guys don't know, Blue Demon Meliodas team, the Pin team, destroys Kingbrum. Like, out of 10 games, the Pin team would beat Kingbrum 8. And the 2 games that Kingbrum team would win would be with RNG. So, like, it's just like we're at a point where the metas and the best teams are all rock, paper, scissors, right? You know, Pin beats Kingbrum, Kingbrum beats Escanor, Escanor beats Blue Demon Meliodas, Valenti beats this, someone beats that, and stuff like that. I do not personally feel like Valenti is too overpowered where it's just unbeatable, because if you guys look at my win rate, 79 out of 100, I have a 79% win rate, and keep in mind, I lost 21 matches. Of the 21 matches I won, I'm almost certain, like 19 were Valenti teams. And I don't mean Valenti teams, I mean Merlin, Valenti, Gotha, Guild Thunder. So like almost every time I lost, it was to Valenti, Merlin, Gotha, Guild Thunder. Now, I obviously had a couple more losses. The other losses were probably, I'm pretty sure they were like Kingbrum. You know, Kingbrum versus Kingbrum is literally whoever ults first. That's just what it is. So, I mean, whoever gets better RNG with cards, that's who wins that. So, I mean, that's whatever. But almost all of my losses came from Valenti teams. But it wasn't like I couldn't beat them, because I beat a lot of Valenti teams. And I mean a lot of them. Obviously, you can tell by how many times I've won. I definitely do not think she is super overpowered past the point of playing the game. I know a lot of people say Kingbrum's toxic, Kingbrum makes the game unfun. Now people are saying Valenti's toxic, Valenti makes the game unfun. When Pin Team came out and people were getting one shot, they said the team's toxic, it makes the game unfun. That's not how the game works, right? Like, if you don't like PvP, that's one thing, but like, just because a better team comp or a good unit or a good team comes out doesn't make the game unfun or the team toxic. You just gotta learn how to beat it. That's just what it is. I streamed over 100 PvP matches in 2 days on Twitch. Yesterday I streamed for 7 hours, and the day before I streamed for 9. So it's safe to say I played a lot of PvP and I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Overall, I don't think Valenti's too. I think think she's good. I don't think she's so broken like you just can't win. Does she make the game harder to win if you don't have the right team? Yes. Keep in mind, when Red Escanor drops, we don't know when he's dropping, but when Red Escanor drops, he one-shots her. Red Escanor one-shots Valenti. Like, she's just gonna be gone. On top of, most people don't have high resistant rolls. Not everybody can make resistant roll gear. Like, only, like, the top tier players are really gonna have that. Now, obviously, you could use rare gear to make the high resistant rolls cool, but, nobody's really gonna be making SSR high resistant rolls like that. So, not to mention, there are ways to counteract it. If you really wanted to beat it that bad, Gustav's passive counters resistance. Helbram is a really good unit to beat it because he has low pierce rate to begin with, right? Like 28%, it's not that high. And he just does damage because he's buffing his base stats with his passive, along with King's passive. There's just things like that. So, Humans beats Valenti's team. If you're running Escanor, Arthur, Hauser, and like Griamore or Twigo or Gother, that slaps Valenti's team. So it's like there's ways to win, right? It's not just point blank Valenti's team win. There's nothing you can do. But yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about that. Tell you guys about my experience with it and everything like that. Tell you guys about how I feel after playing all 100 matches on PvP. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Let me know if you guys think she's truly broken. Let me know if you guys think she's just OP. Let me know if you guys think that she's overrated. Whatever, you know? But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.